All right, so Mufi Hannemann, Daryl, we just had an hour-long job interview with him. Did he answer your questions on rail?
He did, like he always does, with lots and lots of detail and lots of history and lots of checking off his fingers. But rail is a very negative brand right now, and it is solidly on him. So whether his explanation in that way is going to be enough to overcome voters' basically disgust with the condition of the rail project right now, that's really something that needs to be seen.
All right, Colin, what do you think about his performance in this job interview?
Well, it was very good. I think everyone expected Mufi to perform well in this format. I mean, he's very accomplished, he's very smart. But at the end of the day, really his answers really were about explaining past decisions and essentially saying, trust me, I'm smart, I know people, and I know how to fix your problems. But voters have really rejected that message in the past 3 elections that he's lost. And so I'm not sure he's really changed his strategy that much. So I'm not sure this is going to resonate with voters, although he does have a tremendous command of policy details, and he's always very impressive, in a format like this.
Christina, you challenged him on homelessness.
Yeah, I think I agree with Daryl that as much as his messaging was the same on rail, the messaging is the same on homelessness. He, said he didn't get cooperation from the state. Now that homelessness has risen not only during his tenure but since he's been in office, I don't know if that's going to be, enough for voters. We'll just have to see.
All right, Stuart, what do you think?
I thought it was very interesting the way he used what could be a liability of his connection with the hotel industry as something that was good. He handled it head on and said, no, I'm the person for the job because I have this relationship. He also used the sewage spill from years ago as something, saying, we did I think he said the consent decree and settled the lawsuit from Sierra Club, and then decided to invest more to redo the sewage system. So that was an interesting way. He handled it head on, and that's his answer.
Yeah. Chad, you mentioned his past failed elections. Do you think he changed any minds from this interview today?
This election isn't going to be about rail, and it's not going to be about homelessness. Tourism, we now miss it. We don't want 10 million, but yeah, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have somebody who knows a little bit about the industry. The thing that I came away with, and the thing he stressed the most, was I've done this job, I went through a tough time in the 08-09 recession, I'm the guy to go to, and look at his motto, I'm going to get you your job back. I don't know whether everyone's going to buy that, but I know that everyone is scared right now, and that could be very appealing.
Can I just throw out one more thing?
Go ahead.
He made a very important point about the difference between state elections and county elections.
Good point.
All he needs to do is get into a runoff, and then he's in the general election where he knows he's better off. And so I think that if you look at this, his political calculus is, I could get into a runoff, and then I can get to a general election. It's the primaries that have hurt him. And he was absolutely right about that, and I hadn't really thought of that before he said so.
Yep.
Colin, I wanted to ask you one more thing. I was surprised that he cried in this interview. Do you think he revealed something that people don't know about?
Perhaps. I mean, I think we were surprised that his reaction was so emotional, because he does come across as this strong, large presence. But I don't think anyone's doubted that Mufi Hannemann cares deeply about this city, and particularly young people. That's been demonstrated over and over again. I do think they doubt sometimes that he has the ability to reach consensus and not to be a bit of a bully in trying to move forward the policies that he cares most about.
All right.
I don't think I've ever heard a politician say I'm sorry so many times in a row. That was kind of shocking.
It was.
Yeah, it was very eye-opening today. Thank you all.